Youngsters a chance in what turned out to be the tie of the round so far at Shrewsbury. In a pulsating match, Ipswich, playing in red, had teenager Connor Wickham to thank for their first. Shrewsbury then hit back twice to take a 2-1 lead before Alan Quinn fired in a free kick to leave it 2-2 at half-time. Wickham then got his second and Ipswich's third, but the Shrews conjured up another equaliser to take the tie to extra time. Surprisingly, no goals were scored in that, and so to penalties. Shrewsbury missed 2, Ipswich didn't. Town go through 4-2. What a difference 3 days and a trip to the West Country makes. From 0, Norwich City's players are clawing their way back to hero status after a 4-0 win at Yeovil. Any nerves from Saturday's drubbing at the hands of Colchester banished with a first-half penalty from Wes Hoolahan. And even better was to follow in the second half. Grant Holt hit a hat-trick, and suddenly things seem a little bit brighter for manager Brian Gunn.
Yeah, well, we asked for a reaction from Saturday. Could have went two ways. We could have come down to Yeovil and not applied ourselves on the pitch, but certainly tonight the 11 that started and the 3 subs that came on all applied themselves.
Colchester, by contrast, were caught cold by Leyton Orient. Poor throughout the verdict of manager Paul Lambert after his side suffered a 2-1 defeat. To make matters worse, striker Clive Platt saw red in the last minute for violent conduct. Southend are in tonight's second-round draw, though, after a 2-1 win at Cheltenham. Against the run of play, Cheltenham took the lead in first-half injury time. But 2 goals from Lee Barnard secured what manager Steve Tilson described as a fantastic result for the Shrimpers. Pam Melbourne, BBC Look East.
And there's a Carling Cup special tonight on BBC One with all the goals from last night, and a reminder that all the matches involving your team will be on the BBC website from tomorrow. You can find it at bbc.co.uk/football. Excuse me.
Falling in love. It happens every day. Well, not to all of us, but sometimes in the most unusual places. Take Ron Sims and Pat Bongalis.
Ron and Pat are in their 70s, and their romance blossomed over the bingo cards at their sheltered housing complex. Today, Ron made an honest woman of Pat. After the wedding in Milton Keynes, they celebrated with a karaoke reception.
It just goes to show love can blossom at any time of life. Today, Ron and Pat got married at a ceremony at Fenny Stratford Registry Office.
Wonderful, wonderful, top of the world. Brilliant. Yes, yeah, family. It's nearly all family. But, yeah, you've got a big family. I've got a big family. I've got a big family.
The couple live in sheltered housing in Milton Keynes. They met at a Hungerford House bingo night. Ron says it was Pat's eyes that first attracted him to her. Pat says Ron's persistence finally got to her. They've been soulmates ever since.
I used to say I'd never get married or get involved with another woman. But when I saw Pat, I thought to myself, go for it, Ron, and that was it.
The reception was open to all the sheltered housing residents, and no one was put off by the prospect of karaoke planned for later. The only slight disappointment was that the weather was too wet to put out the bouncy castle.
We cancelled it because if this gets wet and the children slip, they can have accidents.
They can do, yeah.
I was looking forward to that.
Kiss, kiss.
What now?
Yes.
So everyone raise their glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Sims.
The newlyweds have another party planned for Saturday night before they head off on honeymoon to Felixstowe next week. Charlotte Stacey, BBC Look East, Milton Keynes.
There's our motto for the day. Go for it, Ron, yes.
I'm feeling very guilty about the bouncy castle, I am sorry. But despite the rain, actually the gardens at Trinity College this morning Trinity Hall were looking beautiful this morning despite the wet weather. And they're open for the first time this Sunday between 11:30 in the morning and 3:30 in the afternoon. It costs £3.50 to get in, and it's the first time they've been open to the public under the National Garden Scheme. And the gardens do have quite a reputation.
Henry James, the novelist, said that if he was asked to mention the prettiest spot in the world, he would draw a sigh and point people towards the gardens at Trinity Hall. So I hope that that's what people will get out of the day, particularly being able to go into the Fellows Garden, which normally has a big sign saying private, fellows only. It will be open to the public to come in.
So quite an opportunity. All those opening times again are on the Look East website. You need to just click on Julie's Gardens and then Cambridgeshire. Now, it was pretty miserable, wasn't it, this morning for everybody? This is the movement of the rain. It was much heavier, in fact, for many of us than expected. In fact, I've just found out that a cat had to be rescued from a storm drain in St Osyth. Well done to the emergency services down there. Most of that rain has now gone, although in the south we've had a few more showers moving through. And actually, over the next few hours, the chance of a little bit of patchy rain out of the thickest of the cloud, especially in the south. The further north you are, the better chance of seeing some breaks in the cloud overnight, and the better chance of seeing some shooting stars, courtesy of the Perseids meteor shower. Now, temperatures tonight, 11 or 12 degrees Celsius, so a much fresher feel to things and less humid than recent nights, with the winds a light to moderate northwesterly. Now, tomorrow, this weather front waggles backwards and forwards to the south, but it never quite pushes the rain over us, hopefully, if all goes to plan. So, yes, we'll probably have some thicker cloud in the south first thing, and we may just get an isolated shower near the coast, but for most of us, fine and dry, with cloudier moments, but also that cloud breaking and thinning at times to allow some brightness and sunshine through. Temperatures 22 or 23 degrees Celsius, so that's not bad for the time of year, a couple of degrees above normal for many of us. The wind's light and variable, becoming an onshore breeze around parts of the coast for a time, and that's why we may just get that isolated shower in the east. So that's Thursday. Friday, quite a lot of cloud, perhaps a bit of patchy rain first thing, but hopefully a bit of brightness and sunshine as well. Saturday now, largely fine and dry. The rain sped up a little bit. Still a question mark as to whether it is going to arrive at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the northwest and then spread southeastwards, but that's what it looks like at the moment. So the bulk of the day fine and dry. Sunday, the further south you are, the brighter you're likely to be, the further north, the more likely to see some showers. And Monday at the moment is looking fine and dry. Those are your lows overnight.
Saturday and Sunday would be the weekend, wouldn't they?
Yeah, of course, yes, that's it.
Have a good evening. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.